What movie do you consider perfect? Silence of the Lambs. Stand By Me. First R-rated movie I ever watched. Thought it was dumb. Years later I realized coming of age movies are a lot more engaging when you have grown up. The Hunt for Red October. Believable characters. Believable tech even for the one bleeding edge thing that underpins the whole movie. Deaths are few and significant. Very little in the way of special effects, so what is there doesn't screw things up too badly. It's a repeat watch for me. I would like to have seen Montana. John Carpenter's The Thing. It's the perfect blend of isolation, paranoia, bloody horror, practical effects, and a shape-shifting alien. Edit. Obligatory thanks for gold/silver/platinum. Plus this unused idea for the final confrontation is a must-see by anyone who has enjoyed this movie. Edit 2. Can't believe I forgot about the write-up that tells the story from the alien's perspective. Thanks/you/Scarce the Vampire. It makes some assumptions about the end, but is still an enjoyable read. You forgot the score, which perfectly supports all the other element of that movie. JC adapted an already fantastic short story of cosmic horror and shocked the world with it. The world wasn't ready for The Thing when it came out, but thankfully it aged beautifully. The Truman Show. Holy hell, that ending. Catch Me If You Can. Literally the smoothest MF to ever live. That movie was wild. The fact that it's true, just makes it legendary. Groundhog Day. Don't forget Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day 2, man. Office Space. Edit. Thank you Redditors for some hilarious comments and threads. Edit. Thank you kind Redditor for the silver. Edit. Thank you for the gold. I now have 2 pieces of flair. My only complaint is that it hurts to watch because it's too real. That's usually a sign that it's time to find a new job. It's like when my father left his job in 1999 and he said that Dilbert was no longer funny because it was too real. Fargo. You okay over there, Margie? Oh yeah, you betcha. Young Frankenstein. Wow. Gold twice? Thanks kind strangers. But it is like the best movie. Frau Blacher. /horses nay. The First Blues Brothers. It's 106 miles to Chicago. We have a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we are wearing sunglasses. Hit it. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the perfect action movie for me. The intro to Indiana Jones in the jungle is perfect, even with little dialogue. The pacing is great, the characters are solid, the humor is natural, the environments are diverse, and the music is unforgettable. Just an awesome, fun time. I love Raiders, but I feel like there are a lot of developments that happen in it just because. Indy and Marion used to have a relationship. Now Marion hates him until the next scene where she decides that she doesn't. Indy is a skeptic who doesn't believe in God until the end of the movie, where he suddenly thinks that he and Marion should close their eyes when the Nazis open the Ark. There's a point A and a point B, but there isn't a whole lot about what happens in between these two major character developments. On the other hand, you know what movie does this really well? The Last Crusade. That whole movie is about Indy and Henry Sr. mending a broken relationship and learning to respect one another. We see why they don't get along throughout the whole movie, yet they both share multiple moments that bring them closer. So when Indy's dad calls him Indiana and tells him to let the Grail go, that moment is totally earned. Two great movies. One is an iconic classic, but the other is perfect in my opinion. What about Bob? Richard Dreyfuss legitimately hated Bill Murray on set. Julie Haggerty is a comic genius. Charlie Cosmo puts in a child performance for the ages, and for bonus a young Katharina from Law and Order. Dreyfuss in an interview said that Bill Murray got drunkenly belligerent, yelled at the top of his lungs to Dreyfuss "Nobody likes you," and then threw a glass ashtray at Richard Dreyfuss's head. I'm partial to believe Dreyfuss, as I've heard similar stories about Bill Murray. But I'm also partial in believing what Murray said was accurate, because I've heard countless stories regarding actors who hated working with Dreyfuss. Murray and Chase hated each other on Caddyshack. Believe that was a big part of what made the dynamic work. Edit. First gold. Thank you. Back to the Future. The first one, though I do enjoy the other two. The dialogue is brilliantly tight, the acting is incredible and the story, while bizarre, is original and executed flawlessly and includes some truly iconic sequences. The skateboard chase scene, the insane bedroom scene with his mom, the parking lot knockout, the Johnny B. Good sequence, etc. Also, the whole aesthetic of the movie is one big masterpiece. The set pieces, the cinematography, the soundtrack, it all fits together as one. When I think of movie magic, this is one of the movies that comes to mind. Edit. Thanks for the gold/upvote/karma. Haven't got this many points in anything since that time I flipped my car on the highway. Second edit. Saw a few comments about how weird it is, and there's more than one weird part of this movie that George hires Buff years later and is cool with him being around. I always thought it was way darker than that. George hit Biff so hard that he lost consciousness for several minutes. In real life, that means serious brain damage, which would explain how dopey Biff is later on. But George wasn't content with that. He wanted to subtly control Biff psychologically for the rest of his life, and so he did. To make it even darker, in BTTF2 Biff briefly wakes up from being knocked out as Marty is standing over him. What does Marty do? He violently fist blasts him directly in the face at a 90-degree angle, hard enough to knock him fully unconscious a second time. We never see how badly that truly wrecks him in the alternate future. Like many came here to find this. No line of dialogue or inch of screen is wasted. There are so many things set up before the time jump that pay off in dividends. One thing that always cracks me up is the change of Twin Pines Mall to Lone Pine Mall, because Marty knocked over that tree on his way off the farm in 1955. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you can see when I upload new daily content. Goodbye.